I fell asleep to the Dune commentary on the Dune movie. That's what I fell asleep to. Nice hour long.
But you have set videos that you fall asleep to?
Nah, not really. It's just the last thing that I put on.
Oh. These glasses are dirty from Jubert.
Yep, I see it's pink.
Yeah, so we realized that the red
Anything red
stains.
stays. Yeah.
Right. So which is why I'm not looking forward to cleaning those shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that red,
Gonna have a nice pink hue.
not even, I just feel like at this point it's baked in now.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't immediately wash it. The issue why I wore the Puma, I put up a story post on my Instagram. Which why I wore the Puma is because I went home to get clothes. I saw the shoes there. We potentially were not going to go. I was like, all right, cool, I don't need them. Whatever. And then like as I reached, things kind of like firmed up and I was like, all right, well, I could either wear the Nike, which is my most comfortable shoe,
Yeah.
because I needed that for the road. I knew that part. Or I could wear the Puma, which I know like wouldn't be, I thought we wouldn't be walking around as much, but we still end up walking around
A good bit. Yeah.
So now I'm just like, I didn't really have much to go off of, but I would have rather, I think it worked out best that way. Because I couldn't wear the Nike for Juve, then go and shoot on the road with Puma.
I don't understand.
Because the Juve is Monday morning,
Mm-hmm.
the shoes wouldn't have dried in time. Then
Oh,
go back out
okay.
on the road.
Okay.
So I think I made the best decision.
Mm-hmm.
But that red is real hard to come off. Like it gets everywhere. Like
So like,
back of your neck. Like you wipe, you will literally have a towel and you'll wipe, and you'll just watch and be like, all right, I still have red on me.
yeah.
It is the hardest thing to come. Everything else comes off cleaner. The blue, the green, the yellow. Something that's in the red specifically,
Yeah. The pigments and it just
it just
stays.
stays.
Yeah.
Like you'll watch people and they're like the
They have a
lighter
pink
skin
hue.
people look pink, or the darker tone people they look like magenta.
Kind of purplish, kind of.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is not it. We need to
Yeah.
figure out like a new recipe for the thing.
Yeah, because I think Ray had posted it on his story and he was
Oh
like,
yeah, sorry.
he was like, this took me over an hour to get off, just scrubbing my skin.
Yeah. I don't know what they put in it, and you need help. You can't not have friends carnival time
Yeah.
because whether it's putting on a costume or like just if you're going to and you had a shower, bruh, I
like-
can't see everything.
Yeah. It's like I still have it in my head.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, thanks.
Yeah, I'm washing my leg and I'm like, hi, cool. Red, oh my gosh, I have to go back in the shower. And because you're thinking that you're done, you scrub everywhere. You see the amount of red that leaves, like
Down
your
the
soap
drain
will
overnight.
turn red.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, that had to be enough, right? Because it gets a little lighter.
Mm-hmm.
And then you dry your skin, you're like, this wasn't red before. Now I gotta go back again. And then you just repeat as like, I still have a cough, but it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most annoying parts.
Mm-hmm.
But I got this, did I talk about stick fighting last time?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
Talk
I
about
got
the
to see
guy
stick fighting, and I
getting
can't
whacked
remember.
in his head.
If what?
Told about the guy getting whacked in his head.
Oh, yeah.
I went to my first concert. That was fun. Thank you all again.
Oh, for voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was, it was cool.
Yeah.
I like the videos. I told what was her name? Marianne after.
Who?
Maybe I might have to bleep that name. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what how do I
The person who created the video?
no yes. Who helped in the creation of the video. I was like, oh yeah, the video looks good. And then when they saw like his son, everybody went, oh,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, it's a good video. They recorded for a lot longer, so I thought the video was going to be longer, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. I ouch. had a somewhat restful carnival. I mean, I didn't really have anything.
You went to Tobago?
Yeah, but it was restful. I just slept and went to the beach and slept and rinse and repeat. But I mean, I had it booked from like since like last year.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, with everything going on, it kind of my brain kind of just kind of put it out of thought. So I didn't have anything like oh yeah I'm looking forward to this thing because
Yeah.
everything that was going on like let me figure out what's going
I
on
did
with
not
me.
coffee morning by the way.
As soon as the camera started rolling. Yeah, so because of everything that I had going on, it wasn't really in my head. And then it kind of came up and I was like, all right, I had this thing booked. And because my mom was like, you're still going? I was like,
Well, it paid for.
well, yeah, I guess so. Because accommodation pay for, flight done pay for, so I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
And I already had like a car booked and all that stuff. So,
Oh.
yeah. So I was like, you know what, why not? And like some of the locals there were saying like, oh well, it routes low for a carnival period.
In Tobago?
Yeah, people they were saying like it barely had people, but I was like looking at the flights and I was like, flights are booked up. Like there's not really
Yeah.
space on any of the flights, but I guess maybe for like the smaller vendors is like,
No, but I'm thinking I didn't assume Tobago would be busy anyway.
yeah, 'cause I also thought the
Like
same.
I thought maybe before Carnival they'll be busy. After Carnival they'll be busy because you
Yeah,
jump up,
because everybody going
then
to
you go and relax in
Yeah.
Tobago. But
Yeah, I also thought the same, but they kind of like highlighting like a lot of families like during the carnival just to get away. They would
yeah,
go, but it wasn't like that. Um, but I was like, I get see. But then also everybody jumping up in Trinidad. So
yeah,
'cause, like even like the carnival celebrations, because like Tobago would have had their carnival during Trinidad carnival time, but now it's kind of like separated.
yeah,
But they still had like a little jump up in Crown Point.
yeah. Which is I'm like they have their Carnival separate anyway, so
Yeah, I
now
didn't
it's
really.
a weird place to be in.
Yeah, so you wouldn't like necessarily like go to Tobago to celebrate Carnival, and it was kind of like driving around there. It's kind of like a weird in between space where it's like some places open, like it's normal because like it's not Carnival for them,
Yeah,
but then
I keep coughing into the mic. I'm sorry, guys.
also it's like carnival happening, but not carnival. It's like almost like vacation, but not a vacation. Because like some places open, but some places close.
Yeah,
Kind of,
it's like a Sunday morning. Like yeah,
yeah.
you
But
never know who you might get open.
more like a Saturday afternoon, but for the entire day, where like places closing up, but some places still open. Where like a lot of the bigger places will be open,
Yeah,
but then like the smaller places, like auntie have to wake up to come and open up.
yeah, you close.
She's closed, yeah. But then, like, if it's like one man with a quick shop in the entire village, he for sure open up still.
Yeah, yeah. Cause you home. Just
Yeah.
ring the bell, you come out in front, and here you are.
Yeah. So it's just that weird in between kind of spot is like, y'all also celebrated Carnival? Y'all have it 2 days? Or y'all don't have it 2 days? It's one of those things where like, I don't see no children on like, the school bus.
I mean, technically, we don't have 2 days, huh?
I know it doesn't. It's not a holiday. It's
Yeah.
just a day.
We
that
just decided
we
we're not gonna go to
all-
work.
The entire, I know, and the entire population just was like, we ducking today, right? And everybody like,
Yeah, yeah,
hooray!
yeah. Like, hear this. These 2 days, don't expect to see me in work.
Yeah, cause like
And boss man was like, well, if everybody not coming to work, I
I
guess.
might as well go and jump up too. Yeah, cause like my dad had to wake like normal for
Yeah.
carnival, so
No, places are still open.
Yeah.
It's not like a holiday. It's
Yeah.
just
in town, like, they
Yeah.
close up. Cause everybody's like, well, people not coming to renew their insurance today, so
I don't know, man, walking in, but yeah, come to
You saw this video with a guy, he came to a gas station and it's like a storm going on. It had like a storm going on.
Recently?
Maybe like last year.
Oh.
And like I think it was like almost like a tornado and like the roof is like getting ripped off of the place. And then the girls were like, wait, hold on now. And then he's like, dang, should I check the weather? Let me get 50 on pump. And then the lady's like, you don't want to come behind the castle? He's like, forget all that. Okay.
I don't know this
Let
video.
me see if I can find the video.
Should have checked the weather. This is a real video?
Yes.
And it wasn't a skit.
No. Let's see if I can find it.
No, this is a man on a bike. It definitely is not that one. I saw there was a video of Junior Lee jumping off of a big truck
Yeah. This.
into a crowd for Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And
This is your. Hold on. So this is your video.
how do I?
You want to move? Like, come over here. Let me get
He's ordering food. 24.
12. And
He ordering bare food too. Is he stocking up for the winter?
Look at the roof is missing.
It is white outside. The dog can't even. Oh my gosh.
You didn't hear it, but he's like, in the beginning, he's like,
I should have watched it.
yeah, I should have watched the news. But yeah, it's like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
The way it was, I saw a video of Junior Lee
Jumping off of the truck.
jumping off of a big truck onto people, right? And then his manager posted, he said, oh my god, I wonder if it's still up on his stories. Cause I don't know, like misquote the man. J.R. Lee. Which I mean, I feel like having a friend group that
Yeah, that you're all just doing business together.
not even well, it's really what he posted. Actually. Let's see if I could find no. Essentially, it was that the manager was like, "Oh, I definitely couldn't watch this." Like,
Quasi.
yeah, Quasi. He was like, "Oh, I just have to close my eyes and pray
Yeah.
because I just watching my mortgage fly out the window." And I was like, "Dog." I was like, you ain't wrong, yeah, because you're watching your money maker there, just there like risking his life, and he there just trying to have a good time. But also that jump did not look too hot. I also was
Oh no,
scared.
it was like,
No, but he didn't go like
yeah, that's what I
flat.
said. It was
He
like,
went more like this.
that's what I said. It was more,
He went more like this, and I was like, sir, this is not, if it's anything, just go
yeah.
like that.
And then I saw Voice jump out and he almost scorpioned over.
Yeah,
I was like, my goodness.
dog, these men are not, they're not playing at all.
Yeah. That's hilarious. But yeah, so you would say that you enjoyed your carnival. It was busy.
Yeah, it was good. I got to go to a bunch of events for free.
How was that
Um,
experience with,
Oh,
media
like,
passes and getting through the media passes?
Uh-huh.
Describe that experience in terms of like,
some were easy to get, some were some were supposed to be organized by somebody that we didn't end up getting organized, or just kind of like we figuring it out as the days go by. Literally, we're like, all right, cool. Are we going to this event? Message people like a day before, 2 days before. Some of them the media passes closed off, which I understood, which I was like, all right, cool. Like, I can't do
Mhm.
anything about that. Yeah, but surprisingly, I think because I met people through the studio, I asked them, I was like, hey, do you know how to get this? And they're like, yeah, just fill out this form. All right, cool. Somebody will like message you either some hours later or the next day.
But in terms of like it didn't have any questions like, oh, why you need a media pass for, or any form you describe what it is that you need.
They ask you like what you're shooting, who you're working for, like what media outlet. But I just linked my Instagram
Okay.
and I linked the people that I am working for.
Mhm.
And I said, this is what we are doing. And then they'll be like, all right, cool.
Okay.
So getting them is not hard, I think, but you also need to know the people
Yeah.
to talk to. Because if you don't know the people to talk to,
And you just out any blue, just kind of just
yeah.
yeah. I can see why it would be difficult because it's like, dog, I don't know if I'm a kind of paint, or if you're just trying to get in this party for free, which I understand.
Yeah. So excuse Instagram, could you fix yourself? Yeah. I think that's about it. But some of them like so with voice, I was told to like reach the event started at 4. I was told to reach at 2.
Stink and nutty.
Yeah. Sorry, Stink and Nutty. I was told to reach at 2. There was traffic at 1 o'clock in the morning
Yep.
because I didn't realize that this was like such a big event that people love to go to.
Yeah.
Because I asked John to drop me. Because they gave me, I was just looking out for 1 media pass. And they're like, oh, I can have 2. And I was like, all right, cool, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, give me the 2 because I can't drive. Well, I don't have a car.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me call up the person that I know has a car and I know likes to jump up.
And I'm gonna say would be down for
So
anything.
I said, are you free by chance at this time in the morning? He's like, yeah, but I have some stuff to do at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like, once I reach you can leave. I'll figure my ride out.
Wait, what was the pitch? Like, yeah, let me hear this pitch. Let me hear this to him. It wasn't even a pitch because you didn't have to convince him.
No,
I thought.
I don't have to convince him at all.
So what we told him? Like, I want to hear how you message him, what you call him.
I don't know if it was a call or a message. I just said, I have extra tickets or I have a media pass for Stinganati. I need a ride. Could you drop me? He said, I will figure it out. Something like that. And that was it. It's not like a pitch. You gotta know your friend group that has FOMO. Right? And then you just
You just go at it.
you just steady pot it and dog, this gonna be real good. Like, you sure you wanna miss this?
Yeah.
Like, you sure like tell me you getting it for free and you don't wanna come?
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. Don't make me ask this person, you know.
Yeah. Fair. Fair.
So, but nah, that boy never jump up. So I could always ask him for a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that one. Let me see. I have a Canva link of everything that we went to. So yeah, there was that. We went stick fighting. I think I spoke about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Voicey was good. I don't really have any notes on it. We went to something called Freebird, which is a restaurant down south.
Yeah.
But they also have a food event in Cuba.
The sign is like made out of
Our
pipes
food was good.
or something like that.
I don't know what the sign made out of, but our food was good.
Mm.
I ate with my belly full. I ate my belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
and then
Cambule.
Went to Canbule.
After voice.
Right after voice, yeah. And then next thing was Soaka Street, which is like another stink and dirty. I don't know how to say this.
Where's this?
Soaka Street.
Okay, yeah. I heard that's the one that is almost impossible to get tickets for.
Yeah.
Unless you know people.
Well, we also got tickets for that. So we went to pick up one of her friends 1 o'clock in the morning. I think she came out at 2 o'clock because she had this laptop for me and they stopped her and they're like, oh, why have the laptop? Because she left it in the box. Right? In the airport.
Oh, okay.
2 o'clock in the morning, they're like, as she's coming out, they kind of hell her like, hey, you have this laptop in the box. What's going on? She didn't have to pay anything, which is great. I also just thought you didn't have to do anything because no tax on electronics is whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, from that, picking up her friend, got back to the Airbnb and just booked tickets for Soaka Street, which is like 4 o'clock in the morning. So we probably slept like half hour, if so much. And then I was like, all right, cool.
Soaka Street is right on
It was
road
next to the
from-
place.
Yeah.
So, but the fact that we got tickets 30 to 45 minutes before the event started and didn't pay that much more.
Mm-hmm.
Because a ticket, you can get is $1,000 female ticket.
How much is the male one?
I can't remember how much for the meal, but it's only one we're looking for because my media pass
Oh,
secured.
right, you had it. Okay.
So there's $1,000 female ticket, and
I don't know, I said the female ticket is 1,000.
we ended up paying 1,300-ish. It was 200 US.
Okay.
I say it wasn't my money jumping out. But some people were selling it for like 400 US. But this guy was like, oh, he got it for free, so he's just trying to make back like whatever money. He doesn't really care.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. And it was just like a weird standoff. It was like, all right, could you like walk us to the booth or whatever to make sure that the ticket works? Because we don't know him, he doesn't know us, so we could just run off.
Trying to validate.
Yeah. We're trying to make sure that like, all right, this ticket's like secure.
It's a real ticket, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing with Soaka Street and Cincinnati is that the crowds look different. That is all it is.
Yeah.
It's the same
Water paint.
water, paint, energy, and everything you're getting, but the crowds,
Audience.
the audience is a little different.
Yeah.
And that's on that. Soaka Brunch, that man had a really good food there too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Soaka Brunch, I don't know. I think Soaka Brunch had better food than Freebird.
Mm-hmm. That's the one down on my side.
Soaka Brunch is in Santa Cruz.
Oh,
Freebird is on your side.
okay.
That's in Vancouver.
All right.
Soaka Brunch is like, I don't think the venue is bigger, but they separated the venue into two
On
sections.
Freebird is the one that everybody was like in pink or something was wearing.
That's Picnic.
Oh, jeez. See.
Freebird people were like in white and like a bunch of things.
Okay.
And Picnic I think is in town.
Oh, okay.
Soaka Brunch I think was in New Drew Manor or something Gardens,
Okay.
Green Meadows or whatever it was. There's like an upper level with all the food, and then you go down like a slight incline,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like people, bar, drinks, and stage.
Okay.
And the upper level, they have their own music. Like Michael Forrest was playing, and I saw I like a clip of him there.
Oh, okay.
And you don't realize,
All right, he's the DJ and stuff.
yeah. You don't realize how big the place is until you like get to the little decline.
Okay.
And then you're like, oh, this is like a whole other section here where Bungie's performing. But you can't even hear it because up here is like
He
full
has-
section off, which
Right.
I think I appreciate that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because that way, if you don't want to hear the soca, then you can come and take a break, eat some food, go back in your soca down there. Whereas Freebird is like just one big open space. And I don't know, I feel like the food tastes a little bit better in Soaka Brunch. But I also could have just been really hungry and really tired that day too.
Mm-hmm.
Because we would have had Soaka Street in the morning and then just had other things going on the days before. So you know your body just kind of
Just go into the motion.
slowly just degrading.
Yeah.
And yeah, from that, Juve, Monday, Tuesday, which was cool. A lot of walking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling on Truston now. I see Truston post up his steps. Truston did not do more steps than the average masquerader. That's all I had to say. Truston posted up his steps and it was like 20,000.
Oh no, I saw people clocking in the 70s.
Excuse?
I saw people clocking in the 70s, 70,000 steps.
Who is walking 70,000 steps?
I saw people.
That is craziness. What did they do? They definitely jump up the whole day though.
Yeah.
Because there's no way, like your feet have to be in shambles. Because my feet were in shambles for both days and I did not do 70.
Yeah. No.
And I walked a lot.
Yeah,
So I don't
saw that to like 30,000.
70,000 steps is plenty.
Yeah.
That is like
Mm-hmm.
impossible.
No, it's possible.
No, but I'm saying, okay.
Oh no, you're standing literally the entire day. You have to.
No. But there are moments when the truck stops,
Mhm.
which you get a little break, but also like, all right. I went to Juve plus Carnival Monday.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I think, pushing 50,000 steps.
Okay.
an extra 20,000 steps means that you were walking between Juve and when you go to like Monday Mass, you were just walking for no reason because we finished late. Well, we
Right.
finished kind of late on Monday, but
Unless
still,
unless that figure is for both days, then
that's
would
real
average-
steps.
it would average like
For
35,000.
one day, 70,000 steps is plenty.
No, but I mean, maybe I looked at it wrong. Maybe it's for the 2 days. They had like a combined total.
Ask them now and be like, hey, is this for one
I
day?
can't remember who it was.
Oh.
I was just clicking through people's stories and I saw
Uh-huh.
70,000 steps and I was like, my goodness.
Nah, 70,000 is plenty because
So
even
it
for
could be possibly be 2 days, but still
Yeah.
35,000 per day is still.
35,000 is fine. It's more okay with me. But
So
70
it could
feels like a lot. Strictly because I know how much I walk.
exactly. Okay, so
And I was real bouncing around, like between bands and like,
yeah.
and I think even on my second, I didn't really hit more than 35. I could
Okay.
be wrong.
I'm gonna comfortably say that probably is for the both days that
Yeah, because
that
that real
figure.
while.
I know I was clicking through people's stories and I saw some people putting up like they did 30,000 steps or 40,000
Yeah.
steps. But I saw that 70 number and I remember that vividly.
Nah,
and I was like, this is insane.
Nah, that real stuff. That means you walked wholly and did not stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Tuesday we started early. Tuesday we started early and finished late.
Okay.
And that day I got my phone. Is the health app linked in this?
I wouldn't know.
Does it have a health app in this? 53 kilometers or 33 miles. That's how much 70,000 steps is. I don't have my health app in this thing.
I don't have a health app on this thing.
Um,
Oh wait, yes I do.
We started around, let me say 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, maybe 9 o'clock is when I started to like leave from St. Clair to walk to the Soaka Drum and then kind of prepare for everybody coming. So I started 9 o'clock in the morning and I finished 11:30 at night on Tuesday.
Oh,
I don't think I crossed more than 40k steps.
okay. Fair.
And that's between me bouncing between like 3 bands or 2 bands.
You're doing shoots for other people or
I had to help David with something.
Okay.
So I was with Bliss on that section for a bit.
okay.
Then I had to go back to Tribe. So maybe it might be possible, but I think it might just be the jumping up. The phone might like
Yeah,
register
record.
it as a step.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking 70,000 actual steps
Oh yeah.
is
It's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That would have been like the highest I would have ever seen. I think the most I was like 50k
Okay.
for a day, which I was like, alright, 50k is plenty, but it's still like, because you're trying to think, an extra 20,000 steps is,
Yeah, that's an extra
that is real
2
time.
kilometers
Yeah.
walking.
I mean, big up them. I hope their legs good though. Because definitely.
Yeah, I don't even remember who it was, but I just remember seeing the screenshot and I was like, I'm not gonna forget this. This is a lot. That
Yeah.
is a lot. But yeah. So back to the average or regular daily grind.
Do what?
Back to the regular program.
Yeah, Carnival week is a strange week because like,
So much to do in such a short space of time.
not even that, but you have a high over the weekend. Well, there's like a build up
Yeah.
from the week before. Carnival Monday. Well, yeah, they call it Carnival Monday and Tuesday, but I feel like we should find better names for that because Carnival Monday is the week before
Yeah.
Carnival, and like I don't understand. Either way, you have your build up, and then you have this high on Monday and Tuesday. Then Wednesday, like nobody really outside trying to figure out, all right, cool, like you're gonna sleep in because you're trying to rest from the weekend that you had before, on the week you had before. And I just kind of like, all right, cool. Now it's Thursday. You still kind of look outside and place kind of empty. Just looking a little dead. And like, now it's Friday. It's like, don't even want to go to work. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. So work don't really start back anything until next week because you have this weird, like...
Yeah, you have this weird
It's a
3
weird
days
week.
People kind of recovering.
Yeah.
Like a recovery 3 days.
So you get a recovery 3 days, then you go straight into a weekend.
Because really, it's the Wednesday, Thursday, people recover.
Yeah, but then like, why am I going to work on a Friday one day for the
Yeah.
week?
Real odd to start week on
Yeah.
Friday. Might as well just start on Monday.
Yeah, so it's like, what are we really gonna miss out on here?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an odd week. So right now I'm just like resting and trying to figure out what I want to do with these edits here. I know what I want to do. It's just, can I do the things that I thought in my head?
Okay.
So yeah, because I want it to be cool.
Do you have like a
Maybe,
time frame that you need to get them out by?
a week? Nobody's gonna care about any of these things in a
After
week.
next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now is really like the time to get everything done.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Tuesday, I did 10,000 steps because I ran a 5K.
Right.
And Wednesday, I also did 12,000 steps because I also decided to run a 5K. My knees.
Yeah, that's the thing with running, because it's just high impact on your bones.
Yeah.
But I guess you build up the strength, right?
Yeah. 'Cause I spoke to John about it, and I was like, your knees, because John weighs more than me. I was like, after you do a long run, your knees does hurt you because mine feeling sore right now, and I don't feel it like after a long, if I don't do it for a long while, yeah. But then after a couple more runs, it kind of
Yeah, your body gets used to it.
yeah. There's
I guess it's like any kind of training that you do, your body needs to build up the tolerance for it. It's like boxing, right? Like, the great boxers are great because they hit a bag so many times that you have these micro fractures and micro breaks that when your body heals back now, it
just
comes
strong.
back a little stronger.
Yeah.
So when you feel a proper boxer hit you, it's like, oh, why is he so good? He was training at 6.
Yeah.
It's in bags. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
So your body has to like build up that strength again, and then now it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So when something does happen now, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Build
But
up
last
again.
5K was Guardian 5K last year, whenever that was, like November-ish, somewhere around there. So now it's like, ugh, what's going on? But yeah, so yesterday I didn't do too much. I did walk half mile and then run half mile and then walk, just so that it wasn't anything too strenuous. So yeah, it was slower.
Yeah. So,
But yeah. And my average steps for the past few weeks of 2026 have been 5,999 steps a day average.
oh, that's plenty sometimes. I'd even cross 1,000. No, I can't be good at all, but
Yeah.
I should probably go and train more and get back in a
So last month
healthy state.
my average was 6,508, and this month so far the average is 5,169 a day.
1,069?
5,169
Oh, okay.
per day
Oh, that's the average.
for February so far. Yeah.
I had to check my app, but my phone is recording.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I think that's a good place to land.
Be healthy out there and be safe. Take your vitamins.
Yep.
That's all I had to say.
Yep.
What if these microphones don't work? You ever think about that?
What if the microphone just decides not to work?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be an interesting one. Thank you for Brandon Studio for letting us use your space once again. We will see you all next week. Make sure to like, subscribe,